Why is South Africa full of immigrants? I'm asking this because you guys love so much your country and you do hate this movement of people. There are so many movements inside of South Africa trying to send away all of the immigrants who are in South Africa right now. What if I tell you that it has a history? What would you say? So I'm here to tell you the history and you must get ready. So before you get ready, let me get ready to tell you the history. So now I am ready. You must be ready for our conversation. Welcome to this video. My name is Belezeng Pessoa and I am from Mozambique. I'm a huge fan of yours. I'm a huge fan of South Africans and huge fan of South Africa as well. That is the reason why I do produce my content focusing on South Africans issues. And I want to tell you, why do you see, might be weekly or annually, people going to South Africa with no coming back a day to their nations? Are you ready? Subscribe and follow me for more videos just like this and cultural videos. South Africa, since the beginning of the games, was a superpower comparing to the other countries, other African countries. That is the reason why you do see many people inside of South Africa. People who came illegally or legally to South Africa. Let me tell you the history. The history tells us that this is happening for almost more than 100 years. Because of what? Because of the freedom that you guys have got inside of your country, which doesn't exist in other countries. So here, I'm here to tell you the reasons that makes people travel to South Africa. Migrate to South Africa in order to change their lives. Listen to me. Reason number one, the jobs. If you look at the countries around South Africa, the countries which divides the land with South Africa, you will find out that those people doesn't have a better life conditions. If you look at their GDPs, you will find out that they are poor down South Africa and South Africa is wealthy. That is the reason why you have many people traveling to South Africa, legal and illegally, trying to find out a new way of living. And inside of South Africa, they start getting jobs in order to feed their families. They accept any kind of job inside of South Africa because many people who flies away from their countries, they doesn't have a degree. Most of the people doesn't have degree and they accept everything, and it causes problems inside of South Africa. Because of what? Because they goes inside of South Africa with no degree and they accept everything because they are under pressure of the life. They accept formal and informal jobs. That is the reason why they go inside of South Africa. And as South African government needs to be seen, needs to be well seen outside of South Africa, they accept these people and they treat these people as family. And it causes problems. And about this issue, I'm gonna talk in the next video that I will premiere in the next, I believe in the next 5 days. So you have to be ready to see the video that I'm talking about. And I will explain you the main problem that these people who are immigrants inside of South Africa causes inside of South Africa. Reason number two, political issues. Political insurance. You know what I mean? I know you South African people had a tough moment during apartheid time, because on that moment you were not able to live life as South Africans. You were not able to live life as people who owns a country. You were supposed to live a country like a slave inside of your own country. So you fought enough, you dismissed those people, and those people went away. And the management of the country remained to the South African people, who were obligated to make a plan to run away the country. And that similar thing happened in other African countries like Mozambique and so on. And what happened? Those people who captured the country from the settlers, they took the country like, they treated the country like their own thing, and they made their own rules, the rules that didn't benefit the people. And the people started flying away looking for better life conditions. And when people started traveling to South Africa, they realized that inside of South Africa they could get, without education, a good job, what is that, medical aid and so on. So when they realized that they could live just like that without school at all, they said, this is the country that we are going to live in mass. That is the reason why you see many people going to South Africa and staying legal and illegal inside of South Africa. I have friends who are living illegally in South Africa who left the school here in Mozambique when we were dealing with school, and they traveled to South Africa working in constructions, farms, stores, factories and so on, and they get money weekly, and they see that they saw that, oh, getting money just like this, we will live our life in a better way. That is what happened. That is one of the things that makes people go to South Africa. And let us go to our last reason. Reason number 3 and the last. Not all of the reasons that makes people travel to South Africa, I mean migrates to South Africa, but these are the 3 major reasons that are very important to talk about them. Education. Education is one of the most important things to society. Without education, there's no development. These immigrants that you see inside of South Africa, they realize that educating their children in South Africa, they would have better members inside of their families. That is the reason why they started putting their kids inside of South African schools. Because, you know, guys, you from South Africa have better education than our education. Your public education is better than our public education. Your private education is better than our private education here in Mozambique. And it happens across the African countries. Across or along might be that. So in our African nations, we have big problem with education. So in South Africa, things are different. I know you are complaining because of this and that, but those conditions you have got, friends, are the best ones that we dream with. That is the reason why, if you look at me, I'm working just like this because I'm planning in the next 5 years. I believe that I'm gonna shift from here to South Africa if things doesn't change inside of my country, because things are political things and we do depend on the politicians to live a better life, because they make rules, they make laws, and they approve things inside of the parliament and so on. So we don't have power. We don't have power. As long as they want something, they will achieve what they want. So even if we want something, we have no power to change the things. I know. So in the next video, I will talk about xenophobia that killed people. And I'm not going to say that this is, I will tell you only the history about this one. I mean, the thing that sustained people who are fighting against other Africans. And I want to hear from you. Do you like this kind of content? I'm planning to travel to Inyambani in order to take you to the best places. So you have to be ready, because I'm not going to stop on this kind of content only. I will shift to another content like cultural content, traveling content, and so on. So you have to be ready for the next video. Tell me one thing, did you like this video? If you do like my kind of videos, click on like, subscribe, and follow me for more. I'm the only one here in Mozambique who doesn't speak English at all, who doesn't speak English properly, who commits mistakes always in English, but I'm learning from my own mistakes, and I'm here to invite you to come with me in this journey, because you're gonna see good things. See you in the next video. Love you, fam.